Back, y'all. It's me, Marona Prophecy. Make sure you tap in. Make sure you hit that. I was stuttering a little bit. Make sure you hit that. Was it? I say likes button. Is it a thumbs up or what is it? But let's get into it. We might as well. Chud the Builder again, you guys. I had to go freshen up a little bit. I've been eating a lot lately. Have you guys been eating a lot lately to cope? But just, try to do it in moderation. I'm a foodie based on my mood, I guess. And that's not too good, right? Don't rely on your emotions because they tend to go up and down every day. Amen. So let's get into it. Chud the Builder. So yeah, I just been lighthearted with all the commentary and all of the videos lately because the world has been going through a lot, and we're just seeing how people move and how evil operates through humanity, people. So we all know Chud the Builder, the racist YouTuber and spokesman. I guess you can call him a racist spokesman, a spokesman for racism, against, we just don't need it right now. Amen. So he's getting his just due, his just desserts, right? And so I've been hearing and I've been watching a little bit of things here and there. And so he has 10 different bonds. So his bail, well, it's up to 1.25 million right now. So they're splitting that up. I think the judge says something intense. Well, however, he doesn't want the man to get out. So he wants to make an example out of him. And I'm thinking they're just getting a lot of pressure from the top, in the judicial system, because it's having to do things, having to do with our rights, our civil rights as a person, an individual, and the views and opinions. And then I was hearing also conspiracy allegedly, they're like, oh, well, this was these are just people's opinions, and this is where people's mind is at. But they're trying to think like experimental wise, like, okay, what would happen if this happened or if this happened? So racism, they're doing an experience, whatever. Okay, that was a lot to say. We're gonna check out some videos on based on people's opinion, the aftermath, and how they feel. Did he get his just desserts? And not even, I was trying to find the information about the how they separated the bonds, but let's get into the video, and I'm surely going to give you my commentary. And how do you guys feel? Hi, God bless you, Jackson Chivas. God bless you. Welcome in. I don't have on my glasses, but we're gonna see. This is what other people are saying across the globe, based on Chud the Builder and people that are close to him, people that are indirect but close to him and might be in the same city or something like that, their views on what he did, his antics. And, some people are really taking a stand for this, and some people taking stands against it. Yes, hello, Rose. God bless you guys. Okay, so we're going to get into it without further ado.
Builder appeared in court this morning after investigators say he shot a man outside the Montgomery County Courthouse.
Okay, we know that.
Weaver is live in Clarksville after a judge set a temporary $1.25 million bond. Maggie, what else can you tell us?
Okay.
Yeah, Kendall, of course, after this arraignment, we actually were able to see that Dalton Etherly was ordered by a judge, held on a temporary $1.25 million bond. And of course, that's as the court prepares to have a separate bond hearing next week, we do know. So we're actually seeing that investigators say that Etherly shot another man outside the Montgomery County Courthouse after an argument turned physical Wednesday afternoon. Now, the arrest affidavit says that the man was hit multiple times and rushed to Vanderbilt University Medical Center for emergency surgery. Etherly is now charged with attempted criminal homicide, employing a firearm during a dangerous felony, aggravated assault causing serious bodily injury, and reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon. Now, Etherly is known online as Chud the Builder, and the Associated Press previously reported Etherly faced criticism over videos described as racist and anti-Semitic. Now, court records also show that Etherly is involved in another ongoing legal matters, including a pending harassment charge in Montgomery County. County. Separate civil filings accuse him as well of failing to repay money connected to business agreements and online fundraising efforts. Well, during Friday's hearing, the judge pointed to seriousness of these charges and public safety concerns, as well as Etherly's existing bond status in other cases, while setting that temporary bond amount. Now, that bond hearing is scheduled for May 21st, and then that preliminary hearing will happen on May 26th. Reporting live here in Clarksville, Maggie Weaver, News 2.
Now, I was trying to find that because I'm all over the place. Hold on, guys. Let me get out of this. Yeah, I was trying to find it, right? Because I'm like, I saw it, but where is it? And I heard it because I think I was cleaning up or eating or something, and it came on. But I can't seem to find it yet. But they're really making it hard for him to gain his freedom while he is fighting this charge. And I feel that he should, because like the whole thing, it boils down to you're starting up a lot of trouble in the world where it's already terrible, and we're suffering from other things. Like, we're trying to live. We're all trying to live, take care of ourselves, because we're in a famine. I mean, we're in recession. I mean, our president just got shot, not to graze the allegedly conspiracy, graze, not just a year ago. Like, come on, like, things are going, evil is rising in the world, and this is just an example of how evil moves through people, you all, but it backfired. Look how God is intercepting in the situation, and it's just so strange. It's just so funny, because this is a spirit of racism. I just didn't know. It doesn't matter. It could have been like genderism or something like that. Like, it's different spirits out there. I'm just trying to say, this particular spirit, it was about color, the race, different ethnicity. And it was moving through CHUD the Builder because he had different visions and goals and expectations for his own life that he projected outwardly. He subjected the world to this. Like, whoever was in his way, like his mind frame, his thinking, something was broken there, you all, to where he felt superior. And if it was an experiment and a test, like they say, we're going to watch a little snippet of that and we'll get, more into it. I just wanted to commentate. Like, it's just like, at first he was fat, he lost weight, he started, looking good or whatever. I don't know. It's just like his mind just went somewhere crazy. And he decided to project this all out on everybody else. But it was stirring up negative activity. It was just all bad, you all. And I'm just glad that God was there to intercept. And then he also used the judge, a superior and authority, to smash the law on this lawlessness. Like, isn't that strange? Isn't that odd? So come on, we're gonna get into it. It's a lot of thoughts going through my mind each time that I see a new clip or a video on CHUD the Builder. I'm just like, and he ruined his life, and then now he's really crying and begging and whining to get out the situation. But it's all demonic, because anytime that you can go out and you could do something like that, I don't care what race. It could have been the jihad, or some foreign, third world, over there, threatening to a hate crime against us, bombing us. You know how they kill themselves, and they okay, I'm just making another example. It could have been the same thing. Okay, justice would have been due to you too, because you're inflicting harm, you're inflicting hurt on somebody other than yourself. So that's the whole thing. Like, it was causing chain reactions of violence, and that's what he wanted. He wanted to shoot somebody of a different color that was lower than him, so he thought, and he done it. So let's get into it without me talking so much. All right, amen. So this is what I want you guys to see also. I think it's this one. Yes.
You heard me. Sit down. Keep coming up. I'm gonna make your ass real quick. I don't want to get pepper spray. Go pick up my hat. You heard me, nigga.
I've seen the posts.
Booga booga. Look how these shipping out.
I think he was very, very clear about what he intended to do.
Blew his brains out that night. I almost feel like it's going to happen.
And I believe he should be held accountable.
How's it going?
I'm
This
sorry.
is Channel 5 with Andrew Callahan. Andrew is in Iran right now, so he can't make it, but we are at Montgomery County Courthouse, where Jake Lang advertised a free CHUD the Builder rally. For those of you that don't know, CHUD the Builder is an online agitator who came to prominence a few weeks ago, brandishing weapons at people while calling them the N-word.
I think this is an FBI psycho.
And his name is Dalton Etherly. And this is who is this? This is I forgot this guy's name, but in the background in the yellow also. Dr. Umar or whatever. It could be a psyop. I don't put it past. It could be some, governmental psyop. You could use this guy. They do it all the time.
And earlier this week, he shot somebody, which was the obvious outcome. There's not really anybody here, but we do see some people right here. I see somebody. How's it going? We had heard that there was a free CHUD the Builder
I like what that
rally.
guy is
Exactly
doing.
why I'm here.
That's why you're here?
Yeah, I was calling it Cap because I didn't think he was actually going to come. I drove around a little bit ago and didn't see anyone, so.
Is the political climate of this town kind of favoring CHUD the Builder, or?
No. It would absolutely be the minority. It's funny, actually, because me and some of my friends had reached out to the mayor like 6 months ago when this first started happening, saying that this exact thing was going to happen. So a little disappointed, but at least no one died, I guess. I think that even though it seems like it's a super red state, that there's not a lot of people that are actually like standing on it in public, if that makes sense. Like, I walk around with a fuck ice pin on my bag and no one's ever said anything to me.
Have you seen anybody that you think is a free CHUD the Builder supporter?
Here?
Yeah.
No, not yet.
I'm here in support of Dalton Etherly and an advocate for the First Amendment. I believe he acted in self-defense, and Tennessee is very clear about stand your ground law, and I don't think that he did anything unlawful. It's not
See, the whole thing is, okay, stand your ground law, blah, blah. Okay, yes, okay, but that he did do something unlawful. Like, who goes outside of their house acting like that? I'm talking about whatever crime you wanted to commit or attempt, or how do you say it when you try to make something happen? I want to use a big word. I don't have one, but you know where I'm going from here. Okay, it doesn't, like, that's what I'm saying. It could have been a different type of crime, but then a heinous crime like that, like, it was bound to happen is what I'm saying, the way that you're going, sir. You get what I mean? So, I just feel like he did do something. Like, because people don't go out your house like that. There's right and there's wrong. There's a way to conduct yourself and there's a way, to act. And the reason why we have these rules, laws, and regulations is to keep a person in line for keeping a person from hurting you, Lord forbid, or from you hurting others. Okay, so let's continue with her views and her opinion. It's like justification for somebody's ill-mannered behavior. Like, you have a moral compass, right? You have integrity and dignity, right? So why regular people don't go? It was an intention behind what he was doing. He was provoking something in order to gain something, but he got an adverse result. All right, let's get into it.
Murder. He was attempting to prevent his own murder. He has a right to defend his life, his liberty, and the pursuit of happiness per the Constitution.
The reality.
But how did he get there? That's what I'm trying to say. See, she's saying it after the fact. No, what about the fact that still stands during? Like, during him committing whatever acts that he was doing, which is a crime. Like, sir, you play a stupid game, you win a stupid prize. You're doing ill things. You're doing low vibrational things. You're going to get an attraction of a low vibrational aftermath, or you're going to get it. Okay.
This is America. We have rights and liberties that we must exercise and be able to maintain. We can't have any inch of those liberties being taken from us.
If we lose the First Amendment, they're going to come for the Second Amendment. And we need the Second Amendment to defend the First Amendment.
This guy who assaulted CHUD, and CHUD went to defend himself, and now he has a book being thrown at him. CHUD had every right to self-defense. Yes, he was a provocative person, and there was premeditation.
See, they keep on saying after. He had a right to defend himself. Nobody's saying that, but did you have a right to provoke your conflict? Did you have a right to provoke your incident that happened to you? Yes, you did. And then you got a result that you were not pleased with. You got a result that you were not happy with. So now you mad, crying, and whining because now it went to the law of the land, did I say it right? The land of the law. It went to the authority here on the land. It went to the judge. It went to the courts because they also saw that you committed a crime. It was all a result of yourself, sir. And then you get mad because you get caught up in your own deception, your own trouble, your own infliction of hate and pain amongst others. You subjected them to. Now you receive the same, but in a different way. You receive your justice. Well, you ain't got all of it yet, but then now you're mad and you're crying, and people are trying to justify for what you're doing. You should have did it in the first place, and you never would have happened, right?
In that provocation. But what he was trying to exemplify is that we have the ability and the freedoms in America to exercise our liberties to the full extent, and that we should possess the full extent of our liberties and our rights, and those things should be maintained.
I strongly think that CHUD the Builder was antagonizing that man and was not acting in self-defense, but I'm not out here specifically for the bond hearing. I just saw on Lang's posts and stories that he was trying to get people out here to like protest and put up a banner and stuff, and we saw Lang once at like 8:30 in the morning. Didn't see him again.
And what side of the political aisle would you describe yourself on?
I would say I lean more conservative, but I very much disagree with those that call themselves conservatives because I don't think they show conservative values right now.
I noticed the 1776 shirt, so you're conservative as well?
Yeah, I lean more like that. Like the more normal people, like Charlie. But like CHUD the Builder, it's more like white supremacy than it is like conservative values.
Do you know anybody that actually wants CHUD the Builder to be free?
Not personally. Just the big social media names.
You're outside CHUD the Builder's courthouse right now. The fate of the future of white civilization is here. Will we allow the court system to weaponize against us, or will we stand up as heritage Americans for CHUD the Builder?
So now that you guys know that this fucking weirdo came up to him and he took a blatant stance, even if he did take a blatant stance, held his gun like this. It wasn't out. The dude hit him and then they went to the ground. That's when shots were fired.
I mean, it does sound like a little bit of a case of self-defense. We're from Florida. You know what I mean? We got to stand your ground law. It's hard to know without all the facts. I don't know about premeditating a confrontation.
Or what? You want to get maced right now?
Yes, it was premeditation. He went out every second, every breathing day for his campaign of hurting someone of color. He did that every day. Like, he went out. He did it ritualistically. He did it, how do I say that again? This man, CHUD the Builder, what's his name? Dalton Etherlin, he did it ritualistically. And he got a result from his witchcraft. Are you guys following me? I mean, because witchcraft is control also. So he has a gun, a weapon of mass destruction on him, but he's not going out with the intent to protect and or to serve for himself or for others. He's going out to do the opposite. Low vibration. He's going out to provoke a reaction for harm. Like, like he's trying to commit murder. Like, he wants the blood of someone he deems lower than him, an ethnicity lower based on their color and what he thinks is what he knows about that individual. So, I mean, and then now all these people are trying to justify it. But my whole thing is, would you have went to go do it? You justifying it, but would you have went out and did what he did? Okay, then so how could you stand up for what he was doing? No way. Come on. No way.
Always a time and place, and whether you deem something disrespectful or respectful, doesn't negate the fact that you have the right to express yourself in this country.
Saying something like that out loud to somebody like that, man, I don't agree with it at all.
And if you don't like that, right, go move to
Look,
fucking
he was
Canada
white.
where they don't have free speech laws.
With that being said, though, what did we learn in elementary school? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me, right? So I think at the same time, to play devil's advocate, no matter what you call somebody, a grown-ass man should be like...
But it's more than that. See, they sugarcoat it again. Let me bring it to you a different way. Say somebody walks up to you aggressive like that, and they are derogatory towards you, they are negative towards you, saying slurs or saying stuff at you. You're going to fear for your life. The normal average child, woman, regular man that's working, young boy and or young child going to school. You know, we got Gen Z children going to school to and fro every day. If my son or my children spot somebody across the street causing confrontation to some other people, just the you know what he's saying, my son is gonna be alerted. Oh, let me get up out of here. Let me get away from them because something finna happen. Somebody's starting trouble. So I'm just saying, you have to look at it from a normal eye. Like, these people are crazy. Like, they got war and murder in their heart. Because look what you saying. Like, you want to be safe. You might have a corner store. You might want to go out, send your 5-year-old, your 6-year-old to the corner store to go get an item, a soda on a hot day. So you run into a nut like this on the corner, speaking to people, provoking people, like, negatively. No, you wouldn't want that. You wouldn't want to stand for that. So that's just all what I'm saying, giving you another perspective of it. No, you'll be fearing from that. I'll be like, let me get away from this because this don't look right. This don't sound right. I don't want to be involved. You know, people is unhinged nowadays. I don't want to be in nothing. Let's go.
Okay, cool. Walk away, right? To go and fight each other over it is kind of crazy to me on both sides.
Let's turn it on its head. Put the shoe on the other foot. You're a black man. You're calling me a cracker. If I was to then assault you, you were just exercising your freedom of speech. And
But ain't
we don't
nobody
have
running
words in
around
this
calling
country that
nobody
are
crackers.
illegal to say. If you're not threatening to kill somebody or strewing words together which are a threat to someone's mortal being, but calling somebody a name that they don't like or don't prefer, that doesn't give somebody just cause to then beat you up for that.
It's just disrespectful as hell. Yeah. Like, you gotta have some respect for people.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I view it. Like, if you don't have respect, then
Right.
what kind of man are you?
Could have said
That's
better
what I'm
myself.
talking
It's not about the word. He did it with the
general.
intentions of antagonizing the black community. He knew exactly what he was doing and when he was doing it. He got exactly what he wanted. He wanted to shoot a black man. That was his whole point.
Let me see a with a weapon. As soon as I see you, bro, I'm fucking shooting your brains out. Starting things and instigating and harassing people shoots and kills a black man. That's what it's going to say all over the headlines.
Look what he's saying.
Why would he go into these communities, starting trouble with them?
He spoke that witchcraft into existence, and it gave him a negative result, and that's what Satan does. It gives you a negative result. It gives you what you ask for, but for a price, a big hefty price. And Chud the Builder, your price was $1.25 million. Oh, I bet you won't ever do that again if they let you out of jail. If you ever come home.
Them constantly knowing what it does, knowing what that word and how that word makes us feel. He knew what he was doing when he did it.
What you're doing is going around using racial slurs and profanity. That's a little different.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Are you gonna argue that in
That's
court?
the police.
Don't walk up on me, y'all ain't gonna do nothing but chimp out.
It's trying to say I can't come in the store.
Look at these dumbass chipping out. What y'all gonna do if I walk in the store? What y'all gonna do if I walk in the store?
He thinks this city would condone his actions. That's crazy. He is a horrible person.
We don't want hate in Clarksville. We don't want that racism.
Now look what these
bigotry,
young
none of that
brothers
stuff.
is
Hey, what's up,
saying.
guys?
As many of you guys know, in today's episode...
Let me get that. Hold on, y'all. It's commercial. But look what them young brothers was saying. The white brothers. Okay? They still brothers. Look what they was saying. They did not agree with that. And they stood up for righteousness. Yeah, I'm trying to pass this commercial. So, okay, here we go. So, yeah, let's continue.
Tennessee to investigate the CHUD the Builder bail hearing rally. It's a pretty niche story, but a lot of people care about this, which begs the question, how is the mainstream media covering this right now? To find out, I'm going to pull up ground news right here on my phone, typing in CHUD.
Sorry, y'all. I thought he was talking.
Fifth. Putting on CHUD says, and right
talking about CHUD, though,
we're pushing. You're going to
As Trump
Things that you
shifts to the left, to the left, to the left.
going in there with a weapon on your hip and saying things that you know are going to offend us intentionally. He knew what he was doing.
Do you think there's any credence to the thought that, like, if you bring a weapon and then try to provoke somebody, that it's kind of premeditated?
I mean, that's an allegation. You can't really.
I mean, he was doing it for like weeks, though, online with a camera.
And you're calling that provocation?
Every time you see dirty, you see dirty trash. You know what I'm saying? Bitch ass.
When you go in with a gun, I think you know what to expect. We've seen both sides kind of talk about this with Kyle Rittenhouse on one side, and then Republicans talking about Alex, I forgot his name now, up in Minnesota. Both sides are saying, when you have a gun, you're bringing it to a group. I mean, you don't expect anything good to come out of that. And so this whole case, I think $1.25 million bond says a lot about it.
I'm on set initial bond at $1.25 million.
Are you in the courtroom right now?
I was in the courtroom just now, yes.
What can you tell us?
What do you want to know?
Well, what's going on there? I mean, does it look like the self-defense is going to pass, or? I mean...
That's not even the point of the hearing today. You clearly have some significant misapprehension.
Yeah.
It's a bond hearing. The only thing happening today is the judge deciding what the appropriate bond is for Dalton Everly. That's it.
Gotcha.
Jake Lang was making some hand gestures in the courtroom, and the judge asked him to stop or he would be removed. And at that point, Jake decided he wanted to make some statements. And after he made these statements, he was removed from the courtroom, arrested. So he will be held here at the Montgomery County Jail and will be released in 10 days.
While he was being escorted out, he made a comment about a, quote, two-tiered justice system.
It's stupid. I mean, like, he's running for Senate, Wayne, in Florida, and then he's coming here to support a white supremacist. They're supposed to be Americans.
This is what he wanted to
see, hold on. That lets y'all know, too, the people who are running for office, and I'm sorry, y'all, I'm eating chips, but the people who are running for office and how they feel, isn't that something real significant that I think that they didn't want that out? But considering that the guy couldn't hold his emotions in court, they ended up arresting him. But look who he was. Like, this is one of CHUD the Builder's supporters, you guys. Like, these people are really for, like, hate, like, disregard for human life, like, like lower, less than, like, I don't know, we need to stay together, stick together, because I think we have a more evil devil out there that's seeking to devour all humankind, wouldn't you say? So, yeah.
He wanted to cause a rise. He wanted to call in the white supremacists. That's what they're doing now. They gathered up, they put their posters together, but they didn't show up for him, so they're not here.
Did you see the bus?
Yeah.
No. Where is it?
Oh, they were asking us if there was any people
though.
here that came, and we told them there wasn't because, like, no one showed up, and they went back. But they came all the way up from Florida. We're from Florida, you know what I mean?
Are there certain positions that you find yourself splintering from the Republican Party in specifically?
No. I mean, when it comes to, like, listen, I'm a Republican through and through. I feel like they are, that's the party of common sense the most, right now.
Yeah.
But, because I don't agree with, like, men going in little girls' bathrooms, right? And dressing up and pretending to be women is kind of crazy.
So, they were saying, like, that this is a psyop, this, allegedly, like I'm saying, or, it was a setup, it was a ploy, it was an experiment to see how our human race would act in a certain place, and, with everything that's going on in the world right now, like, who knows, right? Like, it just makes you think, right?
So you want me to expand it real quick? So
yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
Pause it real quick.
Yeah.
MAGA Mobile Command is the bus. Me, I'm MAGA Junk Removal.
on all platforms pretty much. You know?
It's a magnet for sure, man. You just park and people come up to you and they talk to you. You can find out what the temperature is in the area, how the people are really feeling.
Because like people are itching for stuff like this, patriotic things. Yeah, I think everybody thought that this is where Jake Lang was.
No.
Okay, yeah.
No. I know Jake Lang.
Yeah.
I do know him. But yeah. So this is like some of the campaign hats and everything. Mm-hmm. And then for MAGA Mobile Command, we have these hats. It is new. We just started a couple months ago. As you can see, you got Jack Hughes on the side of this motorhome. So that's very new. He scored the game-winning goal for Team USA. And so we put a lot of thought into it, man. It's a good tribute to the 250th anniversary of America. And
so this is where he is at is a free CHUD the Builder rally. So this thing is like, I feel like it's slightly political, right? Like, okay, they're coming up there. What did he say? He was from Florida. Supporters, Republicans. Now, you make it make sense. Is it too far-fetched or? All right.
Country so great, right? And the biggest thing is we should be able to vote for who we want to vote for without being completely rude and nasty to one another. It shouldn't be like, hey, because you voted for this person, we can't sit at the same table and eat, right? Yeah. Like that's what I think is kind of crazy at this day and age. And we notice it. This thing kind of brings demons out of people, right. And it's not intentional at all. We're here to, just spread love and the word. You know what I mean?
What's your last name?
Kozak. Liam Kozak.
Kozak. Is your family Ukrainian?
Yes.
You're Ukrainian Jewish?
Yeah.
Dude, I knew it, man. The Jews are always trying to push a liberal narrative in this country.
You think so?
Oh, absolutely. 100%. Yeah. They're behind every left-wing radical organization. They're funders of the BLM. They're funders of every Marxist movement. I worked for Charlie Kirk for 2 years, and he said that right before he was killed. One of the reasons that got him killed, he started to expose AIPAC, started to expose Zionism, started to expose the state of Israel. So are you a Christian or are you a practicing Jew?
I'm neither. I didn't grow up with Judaism in my family.
So you're an atheist Jew?
Yes.
So you're a Bolshevik?
Why would I be a Bolshevik?
Well, your last name's Kozak. You're an atheistic Jew. I mean, you fit right in with communism. Leon Trotsky.
Do you really think that there's like a correlation between my last name and what I believe?
Well, obviously. The things that you're espousing are the same things that were espoused by Vladimir Lenin. This is kind of a Marxist ideology that seems to run deep within atheistic Jewry, and I don't understand that. But why have you come to the value system that you have come to? Was that the university that you went to? Your family just shares the same ideals? Where does that come from?
What do you think my value system is, just to clarify?
Well, right now you're saying people should be arrested for saying words. And
No. I'm saying attempted murder, they should be.
That was, I know, but you didn't argue that point.
That's actually the only point I argued.
No, you didn't argue that point. You did argue that it was premeditative.
Yeah.
So I'll give you that, but your argument wasn't very good.
Well, I want you to know that I also hate the state of Israel. I actually just came back from Palestine, where I was staying in refugee camps.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I like this guy.
See, that's what I'm saying, man. My last name, dude. Don't let my last name get to you.
I'm still not letting you off. You still might be a Bolshevik.
Why do you think it want to now? It's open now. Racism is it's an everyday thing. There's a lot of hurt. There's a lot of pain going on in the communities, and it's intentional. It's unfortunate, because it doesn't have to be this way.
It's interesting because, especially with, your religious background, and I agree with you 100% on American values and what it means, and the kind of man you seem to be and how you carry yourself seems so antithetical to someone like CHUD. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
It's like he's walking around hurling insults, and then he's like, oh, but I have a gun. And it's like, that doesn't seem like the kind of America that we want to prop up either.
What CHUD did was very brazen. You can say it's wrong, the way he went about trying to prove the point of freedoms and liberties, but it does elucidate this reality. We see a lot of times in these cases, black people get off scotch-free, slap on the wrist. This situation just shows that there's not equal justice in this country. There's two tiers of justice in this country. We need to stand up for all Americans. If your rights and liberties are infringed on, those are my rights and liberties being infringed on as well. So while I disagree with CHUD, I'm very public about my disagreement with his method. But at the end of the day, I'm standing up for liberty and for America and for religious freedom, for our rights, which are being infringed upon.
Before Merit America.
Okay, so you hear what he got to say. And let me go past this commercial. And some of that stuff, what he was saying was not true. Hold on, guys. Let me let it play the commercial. So how y'all feel? I'm either here or there, right now. Who cares? We already know it's out what he did. He's suffering the consequences, and that's the main thing. Except though, from everything that he was doing, it was causing a negative chain reaction. Remember about the copycat also? Remember the copycat, y'all? There was the copycat. What was that? I gotta get that story, but I heard something was the copycat CHUD the Builder. And come on. Okay, it's on. Here, let's listen.
Accident in the last year.
No, it wasn't on. Hold on, that's a commercial. But let me let this commercial pass by. But basically, now and then they got the 10 bonds times 10 or whatever, for that million, but it's really 1.25 million. Is what they're saying now. I guess CHUD was also crying because he's losing his apartment. Sir, you're gonna lose everything. You're in jail.
You could be owed a lot.
Sorry, guys. You're not getting out anytime soon. So, my whole thing was he thinking about all this, the repercussion from all this evil that he was committing, that he was doing. How did he think that this was going to prevail? How did he think that this was going to be good in his favor? Because you were not sowing good seeds. So how did you think that the seeds that you planted were gonna sprout a good tree, like a good root? It's just it boggles me because what is wrong with him, right?
It's a great song. Do you have a favorite Lil Wayne song?
Probably Drop the World.
Drop the World is a great one.
Oh yeah, that's a damn good one.
Wait, so what are you doing out here?
I'm actually gonna pay my lawyer.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I had a case over here some other time ago, but we're getting it settled right now. So
nice.
Do I agree with everything that the man says on it? I wouldn't go do it.
Yeah.
I don't think you should be going around doing that. But with that being said,
didn't I say that earlier? I said put yourself in his shoes, or actually go do. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm eating on chips, but because this is like the movies for me. But go out there and do what he was doing. Would you do it? Would your mama do it? Would your daddy do it? Would your cousin, your uncle? Nobody would do that. Nobody would go out there. You had to be crazy or stupid, or it would have to be something greater that you were gaining, even to stoop to that level to try to go do the things that he was doing. I'll be feeling like my life is in danger, but he had that gun. That's why he had that gun. See? Because he knew what he was doing wasn't good. I'm sorry, y'all. Let's continue. I'm eating chips.
But again, you do have the right to defend yourself, and words do not condone violence. So that's why this is such a hot topic, I think, right now, because there's a lot at play. Could it be self-defense? Is he instigating? But hey, there's the First Amendment, right? And that's what the jury's going to be for, and the criminal justice system, and just watch it play out is going to be very interesting.
This is the only country in the world where you are freely to say what you want, how to live about your life, carry a gun if you choose. We all get...
And they keep on talking about self-defense. Okay, sir, you brought a gun to a fist fight. Is that justification? So no, that's like rock, paper, scissors. So your civil rights, your amendments, or your rights or whatever, but is that justified? Why you just didn't fight him then with your fist or whatever, whatever, because it's not equal. He know what he was doing, and it extends that. Come on, guys.
It's free will. Yeah. And it's what your choice is on that free will. Neither here nor there how he says it. Yeah. I'm more about freedom. Right. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, because this country, they're trying to take more of your freedom than trying to give you more freedom. So I think what he's been doing is trying to test the waters of how far free speech can go. But what people respond to is that you don't got freedom of consequence.
But why is he a spokesperson for testing the waters to see how far your civil rights go? Who made CHUD the Builder, the founder, and or the spokesmanship, or what do you call that? Mascot. Who made him to go try this imaginary thing that this man just made up? Listen to it again.
more of your freedom than trying to give you more freedom. So I think what he's been doing is trying to test the waters of how far free speech can go. But what people respond to him is you don't got freedom of consequence.
We need people showing up to these things in real life to really make our voices heard. I think social media is going to be the downfall of all of us. I think social media is a pacifier for the people, because when people are hushed and not taking any action and not standing up for one another, that's when you allow the powers that be to take true control. And that's very dangerous for us as Americans. Okay, we don't want things to happen to us like that have happened in other communist countries.
They're not here. They're chimping.
But how, let me turn it. Oh, how does it have to do with what CHUD the Builder was doing? Make it make sense. You guys understand where there's water on the brain? Like, these people got water on the brain. How does that justify? How does that tie in? How does that correlate? Can you all tell me? I'm trying to make it make sense. How does this correlate? But this is the mind thinking, the mind frames of people all around the world. I mean, come on.
Channel 5 worldwide.
Channel 5 worldwide. So I'm with this guy from Channel 5 worldwide. What's your name? Liam. That's my son's name.
Is he really?
Okay, now I'm liking him even more. He does happen to be a Ukrainian Bolshevik Jew, but we have a lot of things in common. We are both anti-Israel.
Yep.
And so listen, a Bolshevik Jew, anti-Israel, Ukrainian dude, and a conservative, patriot, America First guy, we're getting along.
Yep.
So Americans can come together on certain issues, like the fact that Benjamin Netanyahu is a terrorist and Israel is a terrorist state, right?
Yep.
Free Palestine?
Free Palestine.
Channel 5 live worldwide, Hollywood and Vine.
Fuck the authority. Channel 5 News.
Channel 55.
Right.
We don't fuck with costers. 5.
Hold on. What, trying to let y'all hear all that. But so you heard, hold on, let me try to pause this. I'm sorry. You heard all the people's views and opinions based on CHUD the Builder. And my whole thing is like, I don't know. It's just like water in my ear. Okay. It's like, I kind of felt like something like this was going to stir up too, just based on the climate of the world, where everything is going, everything that's going on now in the world. And people calling it a come to God moment too. Like, everybody's trying to get their house in order, their morals in order, their conflicts resolved. And then you have other people that are trying to dominate, trying to isolate, trying to separate, and, self-gaining goals, putting people beneath them, stepping on people just to get ahead. So I don't know. It's neither here nor there. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe for more content like this at Morona Prophecy. And I'm just stirring up a thought. I'm really tired of this CHUD the Builder dude too, but he's still on. So, got to run on him from here, from time to time, right? And, you guys might be for the CHUD the Builder. I don't know. I don't know who's all tapping in today. But good to be here with you all. Make sure you guys hit a thumbs up for tapping on in, for the algorithm. Let's get the channel going. And I haven't been on here for a while, and I'll probably be back. I always say that I'll be back, but I do come back, right? Just, okay. So God bless you guys. I love you guys. CHUD the Builder. I was looking for the part of who all the bonds he was paying to. If I can find them, I'll come back for that. But like, share, and subscribe for more content like this at Morona Prophecy 597. Just trying to be lighthearted. Make sure you guys pray. You say your prayers of daily bread, because we're living in the last days. We're living in a fallen world. The state of people's minds are deterred. People don't have discernment. People are deceived. People are leaning onto their own thinking, their own understanding. And so this is just a result to everything that we are being fed, through mind, and it hits the heart, and then people react. So, all right. God bless you, and I'll be back. Morona Prophecy. Peace. Thank you.